Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. We're back to continue our playthrough of Phoenix Point, the Year 1 edition featuring the Festering Skies DLC. Thanks for dropping in to take a peek at this episode. I hope you enjoy. Last time we're getting healed here with the Overwatch. That's what we're up to here. I think once it's healed, we're going to go over and do the Matok mission next. That is my plan, at least with the Overwatch. Everybody else, just about everybody else, is still exploring except for the bucket over here. And we've kind of been keeping an eye near the behemoth here, wondering if we're going to see some flyers any day now, because we have not yet. Maybe they don't feel they need to use them since my first attempt at the air game. Well, we won, but I wouldn't call it a success. So maybe they're saying, we can take them down whenever we want. What's the rush? But I guess what we'll do is see if it does anything by going over to this haven that is being centered by the behemoth. Will that like dissuade him from destroying it like he did this other haven here? Or will that mean nothing since we can't attack the behemoth or do anything? I don't know. Let's just go see what happens, because that's why we're playing the game, to figure this baby out. All right, we'll just kind of park there under the umbrella of the behemoth. Kind of a creepy creepy place to get away from the sun, don't you think? And we'll go see where else we got. We got a haven over here, so it's time to get the Helios team. We're basically killing time with the Helios team until we're 7 for the scanning is starting here, but we needed to get out a little farther so we can find a point of interest here with which to get down to Australia, so we can take on the Once More Into the Maze mission and get our next living weapon. So that's the plan with the Helios team. We're just kind of bopping around. Hopefully we'll find some resources as we hit some of these spots over here, but that's kind of what we're doing. Let's get the other one going. And somewhere in the other part of the world, we have the gift, and it also just found another. You know what I'm thinking with the gift, now that we're getting more mist over here around Greenland, I'm going to fly us direct over here. Well, I guess that's not direct, but we're going to go over here and kind of explore these three that are nearest, either in or nearest to the mist. So if they turn out to be havens that end up maybe getting attacked, we'll be ready and aware of those sites. So let's go here first. And we've made it here.
Research complete.
Aha. We've also researched flares. The Pandoran species, known as myrmidons, are a recent discovery, but our one lone scientist, are putting it to good use. Using biochemical analysis of their entrails, we were able to synthesize a high-energy flare fuel that bursts with blinding light upon ignition. Using this technology, we designed specialized rockets that can be used not only as a signaling mechanism, but as an effective distraction to airborne enemies. So maybe to some infrared to those guided missiles and get them to not hit us. Interesting. I don't know that I necessarily want to build that yet. I'll tell you why, because right here it says build a containment facility. That's the other thing I was thinking of doing, and that's, I think, exactly what we're going to do. Let's check out our bases. And by the way, I renamed them because I'm always wondering, where's that base? Where's that base? Well, guess what? It's now Phoenix, Greenland, Phoenix, Canada, and Phoenix, Southeast Asia. And we'll name them more geographically oriented, so at least from now on at a glance, especially once the haven or the base attacks start happening, I'll know right where we're being attacked instead of having to pop around the map looking for it. So let's see if Greenland has the space. Greenland has the energy. Let's build a containment facility. Oof, hefty costs. But we're going to go ahead and build it because we're going to need it at some point anyway. It's 4 days away. And let's start exploring here. And and let's just keep the time going here. In fact, let's get back to the other, not the gift, but the Overwatch 2, and we are almost healed. So I think what we'll do is we'll fly the Overwatch 2 to the Matok. We'll just make sure we equip who is this, Drumax. We'll equip him with an extra med kit So he's in good shape for the mission, and we'll just head there now. There's no reason with our stamina at full strength to wait here any longer. A haven was damaged by the behemoth. So what does that mean? Our being there made no difference. He's now flying over to this one. So he only damaged. So what does that mean, damaged, is what I want to know. Okay, so he's got to repair these things, and he can do that, apparently. So it's not destroyed. This one's just damaged. And they have the ability to repair. So that's yet another way that the behemoth messes with us. And look at this. We got a flyer. We got a Barith. Ooh. I hope we're up to the challenge. But I think we're going to fly this way to see if we can take it on. Can we get over here to the bucket? The only thing that makes me say I'm going to go ahead and take it on, because he seems to be better equipped, way better equipped than we are, is the fact that it's the bucket, which has way more hit points and way more room for error. So let's take the bucket and fly over. It would look to be the target is this haven right here. So let's fly. He's going to obviously beat us because the Tiamat is not the swiftest in the world. But we'll head over there to see if we can make something happen. And in the meantime, let's figure out, okay, we found out another haven. So we still haven't scanned over here enough, so we're going to still kill some more time over here. And we have the gift. Gift hasn't quite made it to its destination yet. Oh, now it just did. And so did these guys. So let's explore. Let's get over to the gift. Okay, he's not quite there. He's going here. And where do we have the bucket is still flying over here. So let's see. This is probably going to happen next. And yes, it is. The Mattock is our next mission. So bandits dwell in the ruins of this city. It's bandits, not Pandorans. A great collector lived here and died here decades ago. Search the ruins for the antediluvian schemata. So let's get down there and let's make this happen. We got our highest level team going in on this one, so I think we're up to the task. All items on the battlefield will be automatically recovered. You, Takeda, why don't we get started with you and see what you look like equipment-wise, and I think we're looking just fine. About the only thing I may do, let's pop in another bit of will and another bit of strength, just so eventually we can build up so you can carry more, and will is never a bad thing when we're talking Boom Blast. So I think you're good for the moment. Joe Marotta, we don't have much left as far as ammo over here. That's only 3 shots on that weapon. Kind of think, let's take away the shotgun ammo. And do we have another weapon to give you? Yeah, we do. We do have another Phoenix assault rifle. How's that going to hold up? And we can afford to carry it. Very good. So that's how we'll equip ourselves with backup ammo and a backup gun. For you, Joe. And in fact, before I move on, no, you don't have any SP, nothing else built up. So then we got Drumax, our other assault on this thing, and you're the one that we got to heal. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you this. We happen to have an extra med kit sitting around just for you. So we're going to give it to you and get you healed on this one, or hopefully remember to do it. I've done that before where we got our soldier out there in very weak condition and I don't heal him right away. Callum. So you do have backup ammo. You're very low. You got 3 shots left in this weapon, but we got backup, so we're good there. Kyros, I'm thinking we have skill points, and I'm going to go ahead and do the dash for you. I'm going to go ahead and do the return fire for you. Return fire on a heavy weapon is not a bad thing to have, I don't think. And what we're going to do is pop in a little extra will, just because you're going to have a lot that you can spend will on now. So we'll just do it that way. We won't dip into our pool. That's where we'll leave it. Michael Romanov, you've got everything. You've got a pistol. And I think you're all set. And we're back to you, Takeda, so we're ready to go. We'll see you all down on the battlefield. All right, here we go. These are the ruins. And we see somebody. Where is the somebody? that we see. Oh no, we don't. That was my own symbol I saw. All right, we're in rare form for this one. Where have we got you? Drumax. I'm thinking if we dash you up here to give us some sight, that'll still allow you to heal thyself should we need it. And maybe your perception will find us a target down here by doing that. You got plenty of will at 17.
No rest for the wicked.
Aha, we see more than one. In fact, we see an important one, the sniper. Those are the ones I want to pick off first. And the heavy's way back there. I'm not worried about the heavy, but I am definitely worried about this sniper. And that is a sniper that, if we can get ourselves with our own snipers up to here. And look at that. Okay, so we can get, this is only for non-quick aim, so we can get here for a quick aim shot. This should work. So we're going to bring you up here, Michael Romanov, to give us our first look. And unfortunately, we're just going to do the quick aim blind. Not my favorite thing to do.
Let's have a look.
Ah, but that's a good look, is what I say. We'll kind of go high just in case we go a little off target to hit the arm. That would be awesome. And we disabled the torso. Not a bad result, though. And now we got one more to get up here to do the same thing. And we can pretty much get a similar shot, even though you won't be in cover. We're going to bring you up here, Callum. But seeing as how all the enemies seem to be off in that direction at the moment, we'll give it a go. Looks like a pretty decent follow-up shot to eliminate a dangerous sniper. Alright, Drumax, I'm thinking all I'm going to do, since that heavy is at such a far distance, I'm just going to pop you over here and use the med kit. Because you did your job, getting us some vision right off the bat, finding the enemies. Let's get you healed now.
There's always time for
And leave it at that. Next, we got you, Takeda. We could always bomb away, but for a single target, I'm thinking, why don't we reposition some of us? Kyros, did I ever figure out where? Ah, here it is, back here. That is our target for the schemata. And I'm thinking, let's just jump. Let's see if we can do a jump. And I could do a jump here to be in cover against the heavy. So I'm thinking, why not? And it also then puts us in range to pick up the schemata at any time whenever we need to do that.
Let's try this.
And we found nobody else. We're not in war cry range, so I'm going to park you in cover right there, Kyros, to start. You, Takeda, I'm thinking more of bringing you over here to kind of keep you centralized for your grenades. And Joe Marotta, you're someone else that we would be nice to have you up here. I'm almost thinking maybe we can dash you here and then pop you over here on Overwatch perhaps, and see if your non-heavy perception by moving you this far forward picks up another enemy. Not that I have a lot of options if we do. And apparently not. Okay, we do see, and it's a sniper, of course. But I guess if we didn't see it, it still would have taken a shot at us anyway. But I doubt this is a good shot at all at this distance. Yikes, it's terrible. Well, our option is take the terrible shot and then be standing in the open for the sniper. Even if I pop over here to this cover, at least you're a heavy if he's going to take someone not in cover. Of course, then you, Drumax, who just got healed, you're not in a direct line of sight, maybe, so maybe you'll be okay. But our other snipers are in trouble. Yikes. So we're taking some damage here, guys. So I guess this is the time for a wild shot, perhaps. to see if we can get lucky. Not an exciting prospect. Because odds are he can stand right there and take a shot. So we got to just Hail Mary. The only good thing is, Joe Marotta, you have the living armor, which is bulky and good. And he goes for the weak ones, of course. And Callum, you have a little bit of a headache. But you manned up and only went, ugh. Unlike another nameless character who would have said, oh, my head hurts. Ay, ay, ay. So our heavy moved over this way, and I believe our sniper left himself not quite vulnerable. Look at that. Not quite vulnerable. So we'll make him vulnerable by moving out here with you, probably Michael Romanov. He is our priority target right now, not the heavy. And given the angle, I'm going to come even farther out. He's in a pretty dang good spot, but we got lots of options with which to take him out. So I'm okay at this point, because that heavy is still at a pretty good distance. I'm okay at this point bringing a sniper out in this direction. In fact, we'll bring the sniper, so at least it's in a cover position relative to the heavy we know about, and we still get a quick aim. Once again, taking the quick aim without knowing exactly how good this shot is, but we're doing it. And it's just barely good enough, and we'll take it. Good job. That's nice payback. That's nice payback. Kind of thinking, Callum, we're going to skip your shot and get you healed. Yeah, and I don't know. I think that may be about as far as you can get healed with a redhead. Another option always is you. You would be able to finish him off easy peasy. In fact, we don't even have to worry about him. Look at that. That one shot from Mr. Romanov was good enough, and we just got rid of the sniper. And it seems weird we haven't seen more, because there's got to be more than 3 enemies on this map. In the meantime, how far can you get, Callum? I mean, Kyros. Why don't we just jump you and pick up what we need to pick up? That's what we're here for, right? Let's just get right to it and get it. Schemata are in hand, and we have to evacuate up here. So that's our next goal, is to get ourselves moving. The heavy is one obstacle we know of, and at the moment that's the only obstacle we know of. So Joe Marotta, we need you to scout some things out for us. We'll go here for starters, and we don't have a ton of will to work with for you, so let's just go here. Save the will. And we absolutely are not seeing anything else, so I'm not used to seeing such a sparse field of battle on this one, and I know we're going to get surprised at some point here. Drumax, where can we take you? Let's give you this cover with a little overwatch. Why not? Of course, you don't have the best of, but then it's this kind of a heavy, although it's still decent armor against an assault weapon. But we're still going to overwatch. But I think, you know what? I'm going to overwatch against the unknown back in this direction. I think we would have heard something if there was something in that building, but maybe there's something farther out there that we should be concerned about. And let's kind of go against it. I don't think the sniper's going to move too much. He's just going to bleed out, so we don't have to worry about him activating our overwatch. Let's kind of cover that area. And you, just so you have something to do this turn, how far does your grenade go without the boom blast? Oh, what the heck. We're boom blasting, even though it's a single target. All we got to do is get out of here now. Let's use some of that will. It'll still give you another boom blast opportunity.
Here goes.
So should some more enemies all of a sudden surprise us and make me regret doing this.
Bullseye.
Alright, and that was one big boom. You brought down that tree. At least you damaged this guy at the same time. You took out his arm, so we're now safe against his big old machine gun. In fact, all he can do is run around healing things. So good job. Good job, you. What have we got left here? Callum, we'll just move you forward, getting ready to exit, and park you behind a little bit of cover. As if it'll help, because we don't know where the enemy will be. And Joe, we're going to give you a little... We'll give you Overwatch back over in Overwatch duty over here. It's really tough when you don't know where they are.
Moving now.
And there's someone... Oh my lord! Kyros, I hope you can finish that one off, and we got another sniper.
Action.
A lot of snipers on this one. Good shot. He's really bleeding now. Alright, so we're going to have another death. Hopefully we are in position with our own snipers, and I know we are right here. Thank goodness he missed when he had the opportunity, so we don't see him with that of our sniper of ours, but we see him with you, Callum. And Callum, you have quick aim. Let's just see if this shot, not on the heavy. Oof, it's one of these where if you aim here, you're hitting something, but will it be the something we want to hit? There's the question. We'll go for it. What else are we gonna do, right? We got 2 shots left before we have to reload. Let's use them on this quick aim. Let's see, we're gonna center about right here, so we have the sniper mostly in our targets. And I think we got the sniper torso. There we go. But the sniper's still deadly until we take him out, so let's do our second quick aim. Because it's only his torso. He can still shoot with his arms. And we're going to center in right there and see if we can do it. I think I heard a gulp. Yep, he's down. That leaves a heavy who really can't hurt us. And who's going to bleed out. So everybody else, it's time to start repositioning. Well, I take that back. We still got something up here. So let's take our big old shot with the big old gun.
Ready to fire.
Kind of focusing on the arm. Oh, actually, we're going to take him out. Oh, he's sorry he came up those stairs. Oh,
Let's do this.
so let's get everybody motoring towards the exit zone. Let's see. Joe Marotta, let's keep you moving so you can overwatch.
Moving.
I don't know which direction I want you to overwatch because we got an opening this way. So we're going to have you overwatch in this direction. For anyone coming through the building like they did before. Drumax, I'm going to bring you up here.
I'll be right there.
To overwatch ahead of us. Kind of going a little farther than I normally like with this type of a weapon, but there's been a fair amount of snipers so far, so that has me a little concerned. We're just going to run you. No will being used. Save it for potential boom blast. And let's get a sniper to join us up in this direction too. Well, we do have a pistol. Why not use it?
Ready to rumble.
That was a choking. Uh-oh, no! It was a sniper, but he missed. Thankfully, their snipers have not been the most accurate. But wow. Can you say ZigZag gets surprised easily? Oh my, yeah! I'm good for those. I'm the kind of person you want to take to a horror movie. I am jumping when they just walk around the corner innocently, I tell you. We're going to bring you up here, Joe, to start to hurt. And save the dash. I think we'll have a decent enough shot from here. Yeah, not great, but decent enough, like I said. And you took out his arm, and you did the job all by yourself. We don't have to waste any more ammo on this guy, I don't think. Let's just see if he has a pistol. No, he's just carrying a med kit, so he can go around and heal these guys all day long. The rest of us are going to move forward.
Ready.
Let's see, Drumax, we're going to move you up here to do the interior overwatch. Yeah, the interior overwatch in case they come up towards this building. You, Takeda, we're just going to get you up to this corner. In fact, we'll bring you out to the center also in case we need your boom blast coming up here. And you are out of ammo, Callum. And you do not have... So if I keep you here, you can reload. Let's bring you to this spot just so you can reload. And that is our last clip of ammo for that weapon. And also, you are out. So don't we have another weapon for you? We sure as heck do. And Michael Romanov. We're just going to run you all the way forward that we can. We'll take the little pistol and do the overwatch. And Kyros, up to the rock with the schemata, ready to escape. And what have we got left?
I see them.
He even hit with the pistol. That guy's hurting really bad now. And he's panicked. And I didn't see anybody else come in that I could tell. Yeah, I see no sound cues that anybody else has arrived. So the farthest one to sprint is right here. So it looks like we'll have one more turn to wait before we get out of here. Let's get you up here with everybody else, Callum. And then I think even you, Drumax, can make it out from there. So yeah, I think, and you're a slowpoke a little bit. So even you can make it out. So we're good shape for our next turn exit.
Watch out, I'm moving in.
So just to get a kill, do we have anybody? Let's just go through here. Level 6, level 6, level 6,
Yes.
level 5, Michael Romanov, and level 5, Kyros. So Kyros, let's see, machine gun wise, can you hit with like one of those bullets? All you got to do is hit with one bullet and you probably took him out. Yeah, that was good enough. And let's hope we don't get any surprises. So coming in way behind. Does he have action points? No. So hasta la vista. Let's get out of here. Team. And no, we didn't get any promotions out of that, but we won't complain about the experience. The Marotta Blueprint. After all this time of research, investigation, and preparation, we have it. Our first collection of ancient schemata, texts, and artifacts that can be unified into a coherent blueprint for an advanced weapon. Unfortunately, the blueprint alone is not enough. We need a much more plentiful source of ancient artifacts which our archaeological facilities can process using exotic materials to craft the new weapons. And even then, our scientists indicate we will need yet another thing: control over the special locations the antediluvians used to assemble their technology. In the meantime, we have identified another collection. According to our sources, it describes a weapon releasing deadly flechettes of an unknown composition. The shard gun, and we got some skill points. Alright, research-wise, oh wait, let's replenish. And we barely can because we saved a little bit of materials. And look how close, look how convenient they're being for us. And I think we're in position to make that our next mission. As far as research goes, we have vivisection to do, Mattock of the Ancients. We're going to put that one in our line. We're not going to do any reverse engineerings. I still hold out hope. I don't want to spend research on those. That's always my preference. And in fact, I want to move restricted bionic right after advanced bionic. And Marduk's reverse engineering Marduk's Fist. I think I threw that in there, although that's a good one to get if we we'll keep it there for the moment. Like I said, I usually don't like to spend, it's only 9 hours though, I usually don't like to expend research time on reverse engineering. I much prefer getting the diplomacy, but you know, exceptions are there to be made. Now let's just kind of peek in where everybody else is at the moment. Helios still exploring. We're almost up here to do some exploring here, and we're almost down here to do a little air battle. And what I'm thinking is let's get the bucket over here for an air battle, and see if we can have our first air battle here. What do y'all think? I'm thinking let's go over here and get this thing going and do an air battle before we call this a day. Whoops, we made it here. So let's explore.
A Sanhedrin Haven is under attack.
And a Sanhedrin Haven. Let's just see where it is. It's way down here, and they could defend themselves. So if we can't make it in time, we'll be okay. But at the same time, I'm thinking so much for doing the shard gun next. Let's see if we can get the Overwatch 2 down there in time to do this. That'll build up our diplomacy. That might be just enough in itself by helping defend that haven to get our diplomacy up to 25% once we do their mission for Sanhedrin. So let's plan on doing that and heading the Overwatch 2 here. And now we can go to the bucket, and this is how we'll end the mission, is what I'm thinking. Which I think when I click here, I think that's how it works, that we will have ourselves an air game. So let's, intercept enemy aircraft. So bear with me, guys. This is only the second air assault I've done. Get the popcorn, get ready to sit back, chuckle a little bit, and hope we can win. We'll find out. I'm hoping it's not going to involve a second aircraft, that we're strong enough to do it just because of the hit points we have on the Tiamat with a single aircraft, because to be quite honest, I don't have anybody all that close to come back in here, but we'll have to make that call. Maybe I'll have to send over, if we need a second assault, the Overwatch 2 over here to help it out and try to take this thing down. So let's just get in here and find out. Alright, so we're going to be engaging here. What does he have? Pandoran Incendiary. That is not a good one. Pandoran Incendiary, air-to-air. Is heat guidance. So this is one that if we had that shard, so are we really able to defend against, I think we're able to defend against these, because these are visual guidance. These we can avoid. These we cannot, because they're both napalm breath, and as far as I know, that means we're gonna burn, and that's not a good thing to burn. So I think these are the ones we're gonna have to focus on first. I wonder if it's best to focus both of my weapons on the same one at a time. Go this one, then this one. And we can dodge when these are shooting if I remember to hit the dodge. And there you go. I guess we're going to engage. Wow. What are all these things that mean vacant? There's a good question for you. I haven't done this yet, so I don't know what these would be if I had them. So we'll learn as we go. Some of you already know, and you're sitting there going, "Holy smokes, this guy doesn't know a thing." But let's get in here and learn something. All right. So first of all, I'm going to pause because I want to be able to think about this one more time. Now, our weapons are more long range than his, although his incendiaries are really going to come up and hit us first. So I think what we're going to do is have both of ours target here. We're going to go one at a time trying to take them out. Okay? And I'm not speeding up the time any more than this. For the first few battles, I got to get used to it. Okay, our first shot off on that weapon is good. We're not in his range yet. So the good thing is we get off the early shots on these weapons. There's our second shot. There's our third shot. Can we take out one of these guys? Yes, the second one if we hit. Not missed. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, I'm not pausing. Okay, that's the pause. There we go. We got our next ones off, but then he's going to shoot. So what I'm thinking now that these are in the air, let's aim this. Let's target this thing for our next shots. No, we'll keep. I guess we got to keep one there. Have I moved it now so it's gonna not? None of them are gonna hit. Yikes. This one will be focused here still. There we go. One each. Let's see if I think I picked this one to stay focused and get the last hit on that if we hit. Once again, who knows if I'm right or wrong. I don't think fire. We're on fire. We're on fire, guys. We're on fire. Okay, now we want both of them focused here. He's going to be burning us right now. We got to watch our hit points here. That's a bad thing because we're burning, and I think we keep burning as far as I know. That's not good. We're down to 1100. And our weapons are bad, so we're gone. We lost our weapons because of the fire. So we're going to disengage. How long was I processing to have to disengage? I do not know, but we need a second thing over here. And while we're waiting, he's going to be able to repair also. So our first battle, not amazing. And we have a search site. So Commander Bangura is willing to contribute substantially to our cause on the understanding that we will help defend this Fort Dauntless whenever we can, and in the hope that we will not make enemies of New Jericho. So Fort Dauntless is where we've done. Yeah, well, I guess we'll accept, although make no ideological commitments. Does this mean we're going to piss others off by saying we'll help? No, thank goodness. It seems everyone here is quite confident that the Phoenix Project has a real chance of saving the Earth. Commander Bangura would like to be part of that, but she also has to be careful. Her ultimate loyalty is to the people of her haven. So we gain some tech and food and some attitude. So that's over here where that took place, and we're still scanning, so we're still needing to stall over here. So let's bring our Helios team here. Let's get back over to where we were. And the gift is flying here, although this is not a place where, as far as I know, we can do any repairs because this base is not active and I cannot afford to activate it. So I think we got to bring the bucket back here to get healed. And in the meantime, well, let's explore here. And in the meantime, let's take our main Overwatch 2 and go see if we can go against this flyer and see how much he's repaired. These are all things I need to see how damaged he'll still be by the time we get here. These are things I need to know. And we just explored something. What did we explore? Aha, a destroyed haven already. So this is, we've already lost some stuff in this miss. So, the gift. Actually, the gift had the only ship of mine that has weapons. So I'm sending a weaponless ship over here. So there you go. My Overwatch. Let's see where we're on manufacturing. I have a weapon. One weapon is built for my Air Force. I'm sending the Overwatch over there. I actually could equip it with one weapon. Right? Why is it? How do I get it up here? Aha. Do I put it here? Those are bad. This says it's locked. Oh, so I have to be at a base in order to reload. So there you go. What we're doing is we are relocating. We have to let that thing go and bomb away on this target here. So that's a bad thing. So we need another vehicle equipped that we're building. So that's a weakness for us right now. We're going to get ourselves moving down. I think what we're going to do is still go for the haven here, and then when we're done, fly back up. By then, hopefully the manufacturing for the things we need to equip will be there. And that's how we'll deal with it. So we finished the Nomad. Let's keep going. And we also want to get flying this over here. Santa Claus is dead. The Helios 2 has landed near an abandoned convoy of 6 trucks. Our operatives have searched the cargo containers and discovered that they were all carrying toys and games for children. Well, I'm not that desperate for parts. We're going to distribute and make some people happy. There we go. Attitudes improving from everybody. And the Helios will still continue exploring. The gift is exploring. The Tiamat, I thought, was flying. I thought we changed it over here because it's got to get fixed. We're going to explore here. And we found something somewhere else. Flashbang. Our operatives report that there's some kind of firefight going on in an old factory, with lots of small rocket ordnance going off. Let's investigate. As it turns out, there is no firefight. This is an old fireworks factory. Something has disturbed the warehouse and all the stock is exploding. After waiting for the show to end, our operatives move in and salvage what's left. So we do get some more needed materials, so at least for our next mission we can replenish what we use. And let's get over here to the fringe of the mist at the moment. And we're almost down here. This may be our next mission. Hopefully we'll make it before it's expired. And we're still searching here. So let's keep our eye over here. And there we go. We got our next mission. It's a low threat level. We should be able to help. And at the same time gain that all-important 6 with Synedrian. The rewards are good. We need that badly, and we are going to do this next time. So hope you enjoyed today's mission. It went a little longer than I expected. We did get a little air game experience, and while not successful, we didn't lose anything, and I definitely learned a bunch about the air game. We're going to need to definitely get equipped, and as we go against the behemoth as he's flying around, it's probably in our best interest to have 2 aircraft at a time going against the behemoth, at least at a bare minimum. So if this kind of situation happens, we can then follow up with a second vessel and finish off the enemy. So there you go. We learned something. I learned something. You all may have already known, but I learned something. So do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss anything else about this mission as we go on through this learning of the new DLC. Hope you enjoyed it. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.